little pause. So the fact that this is the common interest has to be actually revived, and obviously history spells it so well, and so many levels that common sense cannot even actually be abolished at that point, because it's a factor now, and this factor is going to make us or break us. If evolution actually spells itself for what it is, God is not the end. Okay, we're going to grow out of that, be human. Use our senses, because once you get to use your senses, you don't need so much of Him, because you understand, not stand under. And if it's too much for you, well, practice. It makes improvement. I had to. Otherwise, I'd be just like a statistic on the wall there. I'd be dead. And you guys more than likely be happy because you wouldn't have to listen to the truth.
So what's the truth?
But it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been accused to be a social realist. I said, what the hell is this? I couldn't even actually be, thank you, be offended. Thank you guys, have a good day. Be offended for whatever it is, because I didn't know what it meant. So I went to look on the internet what a social realist means, and bang, it came up, well, it's a person that likes to socialize with reality. So I said,
Okay, so
it can be that bad. And actually it was fortunately very good, because every little step of this got me to understand that now I've cracked my own shell to see what's on the outside of it. What is this shell made out of? Why am I sitting in this goo? Why? Oh, but I need this goo because it's there. I need to understand why I use this goo. I've been able to unlearn what they taught me or taught me it, and confirming the fact that this is just superficial. And an extra layer that you need to pierce through, like, you know, an ovary and a sperm. Okay, there's not 50,000 connection there. You look at nature, you look at how beautiful this universe actually functions. You get so many answers. That's what I got. I sat there and I watched Discovery Channel, how it's made, and the Learning Channel and History Channel for 3.5 years, and I like, these scientists, they keep coming up with shit that it just get my mind to go wee. And me, being a social realist, I love it. I stretch it, I bind it, I twist it. I'm just about to set it on fire to see what it feels like. Because I want to know. I'm not going to stop at God. God is not here. He can be a helper, he can be a provider, he can be actually a source of whatever you would like it to be for yourself, but you have no right to preach Him, because it's not Him, it's it for you, mind, body, and soul. So don't be silly, okay? You guys already gathered wealth for thousands of years. We're not stupid. Now you think, what, you're going to throw some more dirt at us? Oh, there's just so much dirt you can throw. And then, what kind of attitude is that? Now, you believe in God and you're throwing shit around? It doesn't make sense the way you behave. It doesn't make sense the way actually you function, and with your dysfunctionality as to have been proven so solidly increased, and your belief of knowing that you think you're right, it's like a bad cream on top, okay? And now that cream's got to be scooped up so you get a fresh batch. Evolution, not devolution. Everything has a purpose to make a new one. That's what evolution means. And then since you guys did not make it this way, well, Mama Nature took over. This cycle and this circle is gene related. Alright, and you cannot fool that, not even with the most powerful book of glowing silliness that exists in this universe. You sure can try. Doesn't mean it's gonna work. No. I like to come up with slang and things that actually is kind of a shock therapy for the brain, your perception. Because that's all, from my point of view, that I can actually Yeah, in some very weird, vicious way, even attack without being physical. Just to shock therapy it. Because that's what I got to have to cope with. Shock therapy from everyone. Actually, from the age of 6, 12 foster home. That's 12 family that wanted me to do things the way they wanted me to do it. After that, I went to 4 juvenile center. And that's more of the same. 2 weeks later, after being released of that, I started a 16 conviction, 10 years on and off in jail. So what did I learn? A lot of stuff that was not supposed to. And since I have cognitive ability that actually slapped me in the face so hard as to now realizing that once I see other people behaving a certain way, I said, wow, is that what I look like? And it hit me in the head so hard. I said, yeah, you idiot, that's what you look like. And I have skill, I know how, I have ethic that are just certainly screaming at me to tell me, hey, we're here, we are here. And, you know, I had to actually figure out a way to actually cohabit with this screaming, because now I am suffering from double personality. I have a 6-year-old boy that I had never had a chance to actually be a boy. And this was so strong and so potent and radioactive even. I could not cope. I tried to suicide 8 times and I had 8 nervous breakdowns following this. And statistically, this at the point of a doctor, this is impossible. But I'm still here. I'm not drooling. I'm capable. So I'm doing it.
So what's your message?
Okay. So from that point of view, if you guys want to talk about medicine or new product and whatever it is that actually can turn your crank, there's my message. New allergies demand new product. On the shelf right meow. There's a fast relief for discomfort. When too much poo on your bed. Like Abbotsford puts it in the bed of the homeless. Ooh. Or too much Bible in your school or classes. Or just old plain too much God stuff. Because that's exactly what it becomes. Too much of it a good thing is not good. And then they call them crackheads. And I wonder who's cracked. Anyways. Well, I have no fear. The solution, reacting, well, fear not. Reacting as a solution for you on the shelf right now. For more info, ask your nearest church or your government. Thank you. Me, I was raised by them, the church and the government. So sorry, unable to comply. I'm still reacting. So if it's a state of reaction that they actually implied in this even community, don't wonder you have people that are disturbed. Don't wonder why at that point, not even phantoming the fact that you're gonna go over there, disturb the disturbed, you end up with a disturbance, and now you call the reinforcement for this disturbance that you created to make more of a disturbance so you can create more of a one, to call more people to fix this, and how much a depleted resource you're gonna use to keep calling people because you cannot make a decision as to how and when you're going to take your responsibility that you think because God is behind you, you do not have to take.
Yeah, thank you.
And from that purpose, my history, I know my history. And the only thing I actually see in the purpose of God and religion is to have the right to kill each other. But guys, I don't see each other helping each other. I just see each other crushing and bleeding each other. And what you got, I want it. And it's for purpose of having God on this planet. Is that what he wants? Us to rip us apart? Now we got a bunch of group of religion that think they're right and think they know. They're praying the same dude. They just were described it differently, and it was translated differently so many different times. I don't wonder why they're here. So I wonder why you're just sick and a freak here. You know, you cannot get over this. You cannot unlearn, for the sake of your God even. Unlearn what you've learned so you can see and know and feel the difference, because there is one.
So, and they call you.
And they call me crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
thank you.
How did they treat you, like, in this way, by calling?
Well,
this?
I mean, at that point, with this sort of philosophy.
Philosophy.
Philosophical point of view, I mean, I am rendering them obsolete. They're not even there to actually guidance of a certain quote for why they're there. And now they play with your head. They want you to take medication that's going to make this chemical imbalance that I'm well aware I do have because of the drugs I've been putting in my body, so I can actually experience something other than what kind of drug they're infecting me with. A pill or whichever, it's still a drug. A Bible at that point is a drug because people are killing each other for it. I got woken up this morning. I would love if you can turn around and look at over there. There's Bible people. They showed up this morning there at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock in the stupid morning, I snap. I start yelling at them and blasphemy and tell them, are you a bunch of freak? Or can you actually help the homeless thinking God's coming back? If he's coming back, what kind of car is he driving? Huh? No shit. You guys are in an imaginary world and you're killing this world. You're killing it in the name of God.
So,
and that's the sad part, because you think now, oh, are you offended? Well, I'm pleased. Once you get offended, can you get over it now? We can talk about something? Or you just blind? You're killing this world. We're all gonna die real soon. Because what, you guys want a piece of the blanket? Huh? And when God comes back and watch you what you did and how you behave and kill people in the name of God, of his name, what do you think he's gonna do? I know my history. He's gonna fry this world like he did before. He created us. He's not God, he's a creator. And I'm gonna show you what type of actual friend of mine. I don't think I'm a God, but I can create things like one right out of nothing, out of my freaking imagination, which we're all capable of, and we have denied ourselves the right of this much creativity from the imagination, which is the most pure state of the human being. There's none. And if you touch a spiritual with this, bang, you're in it. You're creative. You're inventive. You're moving. Let's sit there and, think there's an end to it. Yes, there's an end where you die. Until then, let's get busy to do something else instead of killing each other. Our kids are watching us. Every fucking day. Every fucking day they're watching us killing each other. Huh? And now you think you don't have an example to follow as to when they're gonna get up and stand on their own and fucking do the same thing? Are you guys disturbed, really? That's what I fucking learned, me. How to be disturbed. That's all I fucking learned. And I'm good at it. And if that's what you want, a disturbance, I'll fucking give you one. Fuck you and your God too.
Besides the church, what about the government? How?
Oh, it's even worse. That's why the government is this way, because the church is behind it. You know, it don't take a genius to figure that out. And these guys are greedy. They've been gathering wealth for this and that. And whatever else, especially people like me, they keep killing them because they're a pain. They're a danger to their secret stupidity. And you can tell anybody today and it's not secret. Like, you can try to insult my intelligence if you like, but I get a good sense of humor. So it's been tried before. Like I said, I've been living this, me, and suffering and coping for the last 42 years. You wonder why I'm that knowledgeable? There you have it. You leave somebody a smart, intelligent being. Not necessarily me. I don't give a shit what my name is. It does not mean not a thing. The intelligence inside of me makes me survive. And that's where you guys keep trying to kill, because it's an actual threat to your well-being that you actually call your own faith. Well, your faith, pal, is 2,500 years old, and so are you. don't all need to see and follow the same faith. I mean, I decide to keep my originality, so I can actually have an example not to follow, because I know much better.
So maybe we can